crow on crow action. Andy Crow is shooting crows.
Am I blushing?
I'm at the National Shooting Show where I found a company which might not just solve problems for us shooters, but for Keir Starmer as well. I know. James Head's talking about airguns. David is on the Fieldsports Channel News Stump. Welcome to Fieldsports Britain. In the TV show Can't Cook, Won't Cook, chefs have to make a meal with scraps and imagination.
What do you reckon, climate?
That's pretty much what head chef Crow is working with today. No cover, canny corvids, and multiple sources of food.
There's 120 acres of grass there they're feeding on. Over the back there's another 75 acres of maize been put in. There's 40 odd acres here. They've just got so much to feed on at the moment.
What's the juiciest bit? What do you reckon the crows will go for?
I think they're going to come back to the AD plant, I can guarantee that.
So what's that? I mean, obviously it's an anaerobic digester. But...
Yeah, and with that they've got to use a certain amount of food waste. So there's potatoes in there, they're on those, waste apples, because they've got to use a certain amount of food waste through the AD plant.
All right.
So there's always something here for the crows. Well, you can see the walls are white where they've been on them, literally. But
family show.
Eh?
Family show.
Yeah, family show. Well, they've been mucking down the side. Do I go here or do I go over there?
Eventually, we end up where he usually stands, where the greenery gets higher, so unless he and David kneel or squat, he needs to go up in the world.
We went over there and we've watched everything that's come. They've been coming through to the AD. Well, yeah, we've got silage clamps behind us, and there's, like I say, there's waste food in there as well. I could do with this being another 2 foot taller, but looking at in here, I'll get some branches off the trees over there, make it a bit thicker behind us. Won't break any of this down, it's all natural. These old crows, they're pretty wily this time of year. They're all the old ones, there's no youngsters about yet. So they know the score. So I think if we get some branches, keep it as natural as possible, and we can both sit down on the bank. It's not going to be easy shooting, but hey ho, it is what it is.
You do your Tarzan impression?
I can't, David. I don't like heights. Self. Ah! As you can see, it's a bit low behind. You want a bit of a canopy over top, so I'm going to put some branches here, a couple on this side. We've just got a little tiny hole because most of them are coming from there. They're going to come around and see us. So if I just have a little hole here to shoot it out of, and we can both sit down on the bank.
From the air, it's looking pretty good. He'll need some quick hands if they come from behind us, but he calls this promising.
Still was putting a pattern out then, Crow, because I thought it was pretty much, you know, we're going to surprise them.
I'm going to surprise them. Guess these patterns might help as well.
Okay.
If they start veering off from these because they're a bit wiry, I'll take them in.
It starts well. He doesn't want to risk an injury to his lab, so he's the one doing the running. He's gone full Jack Pike camo today.
You're taking this really seriously.
No, it's so cold today, David. No, I'm sweating. No, the thing is they're coming in from over top and sun straight above us. And
can't hear a word you're saying.
Oh yeah. They're coming over from behind and coming from all ways. And they started glinting my face, it'd be too much. You're all right, you're tucked up there out of the way a bit, so quite nice. I think it's going to be hard work in here today. But yeah, I think it's going to be hard work, but of course while we parked the cars there was about half a dozen coming in. There's been a few coming in while we've been setting up. I think you've jinxed it, David. They're gone now. They probably saw you. That's it, they saw you, David.
Got another disguise for you.
Have you?
In the bag, yeah.
Stealth mode is working, but it's hard work and the shots are rangy. and the ShotCam Gen 4 is picking up the shots David is missing. The new models have a battery life that lasts all day. Some of you will have noticed Andy has a new Blaza F16. It's a special edition and it is very pretty.
That F16 is obviously not the F16 that people
No, it's
tend
not.
to see you with, so can anyone get one of those?
As far as I know, they can, but they've got to order it. It's a limited edition. I think there's only 2 of these at the moment.
So to go with your eyes?
Yeah, it is. My eyes aren't that orange though. But nah, it's quite nice. I quite like it as it goes. Something different. It's not too much in your face either. It's just gone away from the grey action. It's just gone into this anodised, I think. It's anodised blue, I think it is, or grey. Well, it's not grey.
Really pretty, actually.
It is. Yeah, I quite like it. This is only about the 3rd time out with it.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't had it very long at all. This action was at the British Shooting Show in a cabinet, and then they've stuck a bit of wood on it for me.
But if you fancy one of those, then
Yeah, if you fancy one, just
you can
get.
order one, can you?
As far as I know, you can. Oh, what a shot! He did not like that up him. Oh. Yes. I bet you didn't get it on camera.
Well, I didn't want to move, slightly overexposed, but I think it proved the point that actually it may be blue, but it still shoots.
It does. Oh, I was over the moon with that one. And I got it on the shot cam, which was good. Followed it down like a good boy.
Good boy.
Yeah, you've been me all day, David.
I know, we're getting better actually.
Yeah.
We've taken a bit of time to warm up.
Oh, but we're both a bit green today. Yeah, it didn't start off very well.
No.
The bag is definitely starting to build, and a hopeful 15 is heading towards a well-deserved 25. To improve our chances on the ones that just won't commit, Andy changes his chokes.
I put 2 3/4 in, I think.
See what you've got at the moment. What's your standard?
I usually shoot either quarter if they're coming well, or 3/8, and that's what I'm shooting at the moment, 3/8, or was. Oh, that's a good eye. You can't even see your gun case, David. Nifty little tool that, isn't it?
The tighter pattern means more punch-down range, but the crows, jackdaws and rooks are offering up all sorts of shots. Of course, Andy is putting Game Bore's clear Pigeon shells down the barrel. We're running a raffle prize of 5,000 of these shells in May 2025 to win enough to give you many, many days of shooting. Link to that below.
We're raffling away
Yeah.
5,000 clear Pigeon shells.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How long would it take you to shoot 5,000 shells? Keep going for a while, wouldn't it?
Yeah, keep me, well, I'll get rid of them a bit quick in the summer, but this time of year I won't get through them, but a lot of people that last them a lifetime. Cool.
Not a bad prize then.
No. How much are the tickets?
$9.99.
$9.99. How many tickets?
I don't know, 300 and something? Odds aren't bad.
Worth doing. You wouldn't even get fish and chips for that.
That's true. And you could have a couple of years worth of shooting, couldn't you?
Most people, yeah, more than that. But yeah, it'd be 2 years worth of shooting. Cool. That's a good prize. I might even enter it.
Oh, I don't know if you can.
Oh. What is that? Cut. Crow coming.
With Crow moaning about not having full-face Jack Pike camo, David offers up a compromise.
You look like, is it Begbie from Train Spotting? Do you know Train Spotting?
No, I don't, David.
I just think instead of having the full face mask, it's nice to see a bit more of your face, but you're still slightly in disguise. Have you ever had a moustache?
No, I haven't. I haven't even started shaving yet.
Back to the shooting, and the birds keep coming. Crow is careful to pick up any lying on their backs, but they create so much attention. Next time we plan deliberately to stick some on their backs as a decoy ploy.
So we're going for a magic 50, Crowy. We've got 2 left.
It's been a struggle today. I've been really patient, I'll give it that. Got 2 more to get, like David said. We're going to hang on till we get it, even if it's dark.
No, we're not.
We're not?
No, I've got to go to the Northern.
Okay.
Sorry, I've got to go to the National.
Okay. We'll get them 2 in within the next 10-15 minutes, I reckon. Well, can't finish on double though.
Oh, nightmare.
We leave Crow to it. The Master Chef has made a day's shooting out of not a lot and kept farm manager Justin happy. Now, something new. If you want to find deals on all of Crowman's favourite gear, such as his jackpike clothing, the shot cam, the pillar glasses, we have created a dedicated page on our website. Every purchase you make through this page helps support the work we do. Link below. Great stuff, Andy. Thank you very much. Still shooting as well as ever. And of course, you must go over to see his hero page on our website. Plenty to see there. Now, what's in this week's Fieldsports Extra? A YouTuber, a barrel maker, and a cartridge importer.
I'm a genius, like you're a genius, and nobody listens to geniuses.
Okay.
To find out more about Fieldsports Extra, follow the link below. It's our exclusive show that goes out to members only on Tuesday nights. Now, the National Shooting Show, well, there's lots here, but one of the things that everybody's talking about, as ever, is thermal, night vision, digital scopes. And here is Owen from PARD to talk about one which we're offering on the Fieldsports competitions.co.uk Raffles website.
So this is the PARD Night Stalker Mini, absolutely superb for short to mid-range rabbit and rat control around the farmyard. The magnification goes to 3 to 6 times. As soon as these come in, they're looking to be going right back out.
Just for air rifle, or do you think rimfire
So,
as well?
yeah, I think it'll be absolutely perfect for rimfire shooting as well. It's got a 35mm lens, plenty of light in there. It's got a 2K sensor in it. The clarity in it's unbelievable. I would have no problems with putting this on my 2.2 rimfire and shooting rabbits out to 50, 60, 70 yards with it, no problem whatsoever.
Okay, how long have you been associated with PARD then?
So I've been associated with PARD for roughly around 6 months now. Got some amazing new products coming out, really impressed with what they got in the current range, and yeah, just really excited to be working with them.
Thank you, Owen. Now, more dotty than pixelated. It's David on the Fieldsports Channel News Stump.
This is Fieldsports Channel News. Shoots are banding together to complain to DEFRA. It's all about the Westminster Government's ban on releasing pheasants near SPAs, because DEFRA says there's a risk of bird flu, and shoots in England may not release pheasants within 500 metres of European designated special protection areas. However, the government imposed the rules after the shoots had paid their deposits for this year's birds, some of them tens of thousands of pounds. Shoots in areas such as Bowland and Lancashire are especially badly affected.
Particularly on some of the bigger SPAs, we have started to see that those shoots have started to band together, so they're not working as much as individuals. So I'm based in the North York Moors. North York Moors as a collective have banded together, and then they've effectively sent letters to the Minister, they've sent letters to Natural England outlining what impact it has for those real people on those real grounds. We have to be very clear as well, where MPs are concerned, that they have a duty of care to their constituents. So if you go individually to your constituent, yes, that has an impact, but if you go as a group as 20, 30, 40, and we can help with that, we can help you with the structure of the letter, we can help you with identifying what the economic loss will be, what the social loss will be, yeah, that's going to have the biggest impact we can politically, and also putting pressure on the government as well.
There's a real map of moorland fire risks thanks to the National Gamekeepers Organisation. Recent hot weather in England has made moorlands vulnerable to wildfires, but the official red, amber, green system often gets the risk wrong. As a result, people continue to visit the moors, some even having barbecues in high-risk areas. The NGO's online map displays real-time assessments from gamekeepers and land managers to provide an early warning system to support fire services and land managers about where the next wildfire will start. It is horrifyingly similar to the government's new peat map. Links to both below. A teen who has benefited from an assistant dog is playing an important role at a charity shoot. Molly Birch, who has cerebral palsy, is organising the annual Barden Clay Shoot held near Molly's family home in North Yorkshire. It has raised more than £250,000 over the years for charities including Support Dogs, which trained and provided Molly's disability assistance dog, Chess. This year's shoot takes place on Sunday the 6th of July 2025, and the links below. If you don't shoot crows and foxes, your ground nesting birds will die out. That's the conclusion of research published in the Journal of Nature Conservation. Researchers gathered data on sites they'd surveyed in the early 2000s. They found that since then the return of predators led to local extinctions of black grouse and grey partridge, plus significant declines in red grouse, golden plover, snipe and curlew. Thanks to Phil Monkton for the story. A new film to encourage youngsters to get into angling. Junior angler Sandy King and his dad Dan talk about Sandy's passion for fly fishing and what got him interested in it. Link below. Meanwhile, the England under-18 fly fishing team is competing this July in Idaho at the World Championships. The squad is looking for sponsorship. Link to that below too. A new film follows a grizzly bear hunter in a remote area of Canada. The bear hunter follows a lifelong sport hunter into the northern Yukon in the search for bears, looking at motivations for hunting. The half-hour film is the first instalment in a series of productions that will visit indigenous hunting communities in the Canadian Arctic, northern Japan and Romania in 2025, culminating in the release of a feature documentary. A YouTube channel is at the heart of a protest group against the gun bans in Western Australia. 4 Western Australian residents, including Mark Else from the Mark and Sam Afterwork channel, have founded a group-up association to help fight for shooters' rights. Western Australia implemented a new Firearms Act and regulations that took effect on the 31st of March 2025, introducing significant changes to gun ownership and use, including limits on the number of firearms an individual can own, mandatory safety training and strict storage and health assessment requirements for licence holders. Thanks to Slim Pickens for the story. And finally, it took a week, but Mark Williams got his mole. The popular Instagrammer and gamekeeper says he waited 7 days in the sun for this to happen. Posting the video on his Mark 87W page, he says, 410 and Crocs strike again. You are now up to date with Fieldsports Channel News. Stalking stories, fishing for facts.
Thank you, David. Now, what does David want you to do?
Like and subscribe.
Brilliantly done. Next up, I'm going to go and talk to the people at Right Gun who've come up with a very clever idea.
Right Gun is a website, something like Guns on Pegs meets guntrader.uk. It has dozens and dozens of coders in the subcontinent, and they've come up with software, which, if it does what it promises, will solve all those gun licensing problems that keep Keir Starmer awake at night. He won't need to put shotguns on Section 1 FACs. He won't need to require us to ring up the police before we want to buy a shotgun.
A general public person can go onto the platform, they can submit an application, the police then get the information, it's all the right information, it's all the files, all the documents, we do the checks automatically with your doctor, it comes back and says, yep, you're all good. We do the CRIS reports, we do the intelligence reports, all the systems chat to each other, and by the time the firearms person gets the report, they go done, 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 done. All they've got to do is book in for the 1 hour interview, and if they're happy with that, you've got your license. That's it. The rest of it's completely automated.
It's always the thing with IT, when someone tells you about this wonderful program and how it will work, and until it actually goes in place. But certainly anything which could speed up the current process has got to be welcomed. I'm concerned about where we are with replacement for NFLMS. You know, it's an old system. I mean, I think early 2000s. So it does need an overhaul. Applying online at the moment, I mean, I've not had to go through it. My force was still doing everything by paper when I applied. But I think when I renew it will be online, but I mean I know people who've you know, it's taken them hours trying to go through everything online. I mean what's very attractive about that system is it would appear that you can basically do it at your own time. It's giving you the prompts, making sure you've got all the information. A little bit, you know, like going to the post office when you get your passport, and they make sure everything's done properly so that you're not sending your application in just to have it returned to say you haven't done this or your photograph's wrong and things like that. So I think that side of it is very attractive.
People are a bit nervous, aren't they?
People are extremely nervous. The landscape has changed drastically in the firearms world over the last 12 to 18 months. People are feeling very unsettled, very unsure, and they just need a little help, guidance and advice.
I mean, the obvious force is the collaboration between Bedfordshire, Hertfordshire and Cambridgeshire, where between the three forces they got well over 1,000 Section 7 permits. But that doesn't include all the people who did apply before their expiry date, but because they didn't apply more than 8 weeks in advance, they didn't get the automatic 8-week extension, and therefore they didn't get a Section 7 permit. So I mean, I know people who applied maybe 6 weeks before, didn't get their certificate renewed, and they've had their firearms in storage now for sort of 6 months, and they still haven't received their renewal. I mean, it's just a crazy system.
We've had a gentleman come in and see us today where he has had his guns and certificate taken because his wife has been diagnosed with a terminal illness.
She is going to die, and the police said, therefore we're taking your guns. What effect did that have on him?
The effect has been, as you'd anticipate, dramatic on the husband, but also on his wife.
Really?
She is a lady who has this terminal condition, and she is distraught because she believes she is the reason that her husband has lost his guns and she's blaming herself at this time.
That's the situation on the ground. Now back to the software.
We're probably looking around £40,000 per constabulary. With that, they get whatever they need to do, everything automated, everything in one box. And the platform's written on something called GDS, which is a Government Digital Services Framework. So it's compliant with all the latest WCAG or the blind people. It's used nationwide via central government by Gov UK. So it's already been approved. Everyone's happy with it. We're currently in talks with the Home Office and 3 different constabularies trying to work out how we move forward with them. We have targeted the Home Office several times, but each time they've pulled the tender when we've gone halfway for it and they've cancelled it. So now we've put in the FOI and we've got all the free information coming back. They're forcing us to chat with them, and where we're chatting to the police here, they want things like you type in someone's license and it comes back and says, here's that person. So we can provide those sort of solutions and make it more accessible, and we can put the legislation in they just cannot achieve.
The analogy I've always used, if you go and buy a car, I can go online and immediately say, is that car taxed, MOT'd, insured? You can do all that, and you can do all that at the press of a button. If I'm selling you a shotgun, and if I can check and make sure that your certificate is actually valid, and you can do that online, that solves the problem.
My background for the last 20 years is designing big, massive platforms for Home Office, for the Met Police, for every government, for Welsh government, for Australian government, for business innovation skills, for HMRC. So my background is big government platforms, hence why we've designed this platform with all the skill set I've got, and because I'm into shooting, not just in a little way, in a huge way. I've got a bigger armoury than most people can imagine, massively into shotguns, massively into rifles. It's boar shooting, boar hunting, Africa, pheasants, target shooting, boxing, rabbiting, you name it. That takes up 90% of my time. So yeah, I started off with the IT and I've layered on the software. So in anything, most people start off with the shooting and think I can create a platform. I've created a platform and thought, right, now it can occupy my shooting.
It would be great if it worked, and you know, it would be nice to see the Home Office pushing that along and getting a replacement for NFLMS and the sort of creaking, I would say, single online home application system.
If Keir Starmer is serious about solving the firearms licensing problem in the UK, then this software could do it. In the meantime, you'll find Right Gun at rightgun.uk. And you could watch the whole of our film with Layla via the link below.
Next up, James Head from Crackshot.
The first small gun we've got is the AirMaks Krait. We've only recently just started stocking these since Hawk have taken on the distribution. And we're really, really impressed with them. Very nice small guns, and they've been very, very popular with the hunters, especially those who are spending an awful lot of time walking around and or shooting from vehicles. Everything is carbined, it's humour regulated, which are fantastic. So a gun that comes as standard with a humour regulator is already onto a winner in my opinion. 1/2 inch thread, so we can put all our different mods or anything on the end, make it look as small and quiet as you like. Picatinny rail along the top, or weaver rail for those who will probably correct me. Adjustable butt as well, which has been very, very useful with these carbine guns, and actually a lot of guns, just so it's user friendly for anyone. So here we've got the Brocock Pathfinder XR. This was based on the Ranger they made before. However, the Ranger was the cylinder gun, so we didn't have as many shots. So this has been designed so you get a lot more shots, still keeping that compact size. And this is coming as a bit of a kit. So you already get your silencer. It comes in a backpack as well. And the other really cool feature with this rifle is it does fold down. So when it goes inside that backpack, that's nice and compact. The Krait feels fantastic when walking around. The Pathfinder's nice, but it gives you the feel of a standard rifle, whereas you feel a little bit more tactical with the Krait, and I feel like it's going to get the job done. So the Brocock's coming in at $14.50. This is up with the kit, so it's what they call the launch kit. As I said, silencer and backpack. And the Krait's coming in at $15.50. That does also come in its own case as well. Both the AirMaks and BLK, obviously BLK's run by Daystate, have been very good on backup service. Both are available in 177 and 22. The biggest difference with the Krait is you can get this in different lengths. The Pathfinder is only that one length. The Krait's available in different lengths and in low FAC power and high FAC power, and that goes up to 30 caliber. So the Krait, you get an awful lot more variety, especially if you wanted to go up power as well.
For more from Crackshot, visit crackshot.uk.
Thank you, James. Well, that's it for Fieldsports Britain this week. If you haven't done so already, please whiz over to our website, fieldsportschannel.tv, where you can click to like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, X, you name it. Cameron shouting at me from the back. It's all about Fieldsports Britain at 7 PM UK time every Wednesday. And this has been Fieldsports Britain. Good hunting, good shooting, good fishing for the last time from the National Shooting Show here in Yorkshire, because it's moving to Stoney next year. Goodbye.